It's Yasin from Excel Electrician. In today's video I will show you how easy and quick you can replace these floodlights. I will show you step by step how to do it and what type of material you need and tools. Now what we need is of course a drill to make a few holes in the wall, a level to make sure everything is level, and of course we have a standard floodlights, and we're going to need one of these whiskers boxes to make sure our connections are watertight, and possibly we're going to need a gland, and don't forget a 6mm drill bit and some screwdrivers of course to do the job. We're going to need in this job to make a hole at the back of the box these drill bits to drill through the actual box for the cable to come through. Let's start by removing the old floodlights. Okay, of course you have to isolate the supply before removing the old one, which is I already went to the consumer unit and turned off the circuit breaker for this light outside. Let me just take the down lights or the floodlight off. Now this is our supply was going to this sensor and coming out to the lights. I'm just going to take these off. We're going to put this where the wire coming out, and we're going to drill a hole at the back there, and that will be easy for the cable to come through. There we go. We made that hole there. Now that would just go just like that. I would need just to mark 4 holes for this to be fitted nicely. So we're going to need this to be installed that way, and this wire to go through. I would put the gland right now before I support it up there, because sometimes it's difficult to do. Get gripped. Done just like that. Okay. And then we mark the holes. I'm using this pencil here. It's easy to go through and mark my holes. Luckily I've got one of the holes, the existing ones are already there. I'll put one in just to make sure. And I will get a level. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, marker. 1, 2. Let's have a look. Yes. Now we're going to use a 6mm drill bit. Of course I'll put it on the hammer motion just to drill the holes. The 4 holes are done. We're going to put our glow plugs. Okay, now we did put our 4 roll plugs up there. We're going to fit the whisker box. see we've got a hole in there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use a silicone to fill this hole. I don't have a clear silicone in the van. I'll be using a white one. You wouldn't be able to see it. It's going to be from inside. Just to make sure this is filled. See? Just make sure the water wouldn't go into the property. So we've got our light, and what we're going to do is we're going to put that light up there. That's where the customer wanted it, closer to the box. I'm just going to mark the holes where we're going to have light fitting. Now we're going to drill our 2 holes. You can stop it, mover. We're going to need 2 roll plugs, one there, one on the other side. Put our 2 screws in. So now the floodlight is installed. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be using this rubber grommet through the cable there, and that into that hole there. Push it in, and that will make it nice and watertight. Right, we're going to be using these connectors here, and let me show you how they look like. Now you're really easy. You put cables in, and then you close the wires just like that. The small things, they will fit nicely inside the box. The fun bit about this floodlight we're going to use is a mini smart switch, which is you can control it from your phone, and that would make this standard light to a smart light. Let me show you how to install it. But what we're going to do is we're going to have the wire coming from the house into a line in, which is a live in, and the neutral in, and then a light coming out. The feed coming out to the light is, it does say here, live out, and the neutral out, which is, that's how we're going to use it. I'm going to wire it up in a minute, and then when I'm finished I will show you how it's been wired. Right, now we connected the feed from the house into this smart switch. As you can see, live in and the neutral in. Now we're going to strip this wire and bring it into the box and wire it in to this relay here. That's it, stop. We're going to cut our wire to the length what we need. It's something like that. That's how much wire I need. I'll cut it like that. And I will strip it like that. I'm going to use these crimps at the end of the wire just to make it as a solid wire. Put one in there. I'll use the tool like that. Of course I will do 3 wires all together. Now I'm going to put my wire through and wire it up. It's all wired. You've got your neutral in and your neutral out, and a live in and a live out. Now the installation is finished. Of course, before we're finished, make sure you always drill the drainage hole underneath these boxes, just in case the water goes in. Right, yeah, just there you go. Now, if there is any water goes into the box, there is a drainage where to come out. Now let's put our cover on. You can see. Let me get my screwdriver and just close the box. And there we go, our lights have been installed. Now what we're going to do, we're going to turn the power back on, and fingers crossed this switch does work. It goes on. Now we're going to try our smart relay. We're going to log in to a Tuya Smart app. As you can see, let me show you. There we go. We got device, which is that one there, and you can see on the app it's off. If I turn it on, the light comes on, and if I turn it off, the light goes out. That's how easy and quick you can make a standard light to a smart light in very easy steps and really cheap to do. These little things, they don't cost a lot, and you can control them from your phone from wherever you are in the world by just the app turning it on and off. Thanks guys for watching, and hopefully you find this video helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave us a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching.